So welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. My next guests have also been on the show, and also if it is the first Thursday of every month, then Accel Communications, it always follows the Javi and Howie show. Welcome. I have with me Evan Gavrilis, and he is the owner of Accel Communications, and he also has with him Jim Sheely. You're the director of sales. Welcome back to the show. You know, tell us a little bit. We always have to talk a little bit about who you are, what you do. So tell us a little bit about that, and then what we're going to talk about today.
Okay, yeah, we're a full-service security company here in the Phoenix area. We specialize in access control systems and camera systems and security, both commercial and residential. So we do a little of everything. We consider ourselves a technology company in that line, in that product field of security, you know, especially commercial buildings, you know, access, like I said, access control and cameras, video, fire alarms too. So a little bit of everything.
Right, and right now with COVID, what have you seen happen go on? And you know, ever since we started this thing, it seems like COVID got in the way.
Yeah, I mean, COVID's it's a moving target. You know, everything. You know, we're starting to see a lot more offices starting to come back. A lot more. Some offices have. We've seen quite a few actually. Just give some space back and kind of sublease some of their spaces, and you know, they were in the middle of moving and upgrading when COVID hit. So we're starting to see some of that coming back.
That's a good thing.
It's a good sign. I mean, you know, our access control company does an analysis of how many people run their card in the country to get into their facilities, and it's starting to pick up.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Now, when you work with when you work with people though, do you work valley-wide, statewide? How does that work?
We're a valley-wide company. We do some work in Tucson, but for the most part, we're in the Phoenix area. But we're, you know, like I said, we're locally owned. You know, we're a family-run business. All our employees have been there for quite a while, so we're kind of, you know, building on those relationships we have.
So the last time and this time that you came on, one of the things that you really wanted to talk about, I mean, listen, there's people out there that obviously do what you do, but honestly, there's not people who have that same integrity. And I think you wanted to really talk about values in your relationships with your customers.
Yeah, so we're a smaller company, and we can do things a lot better, a lot faster. And you know, some of the big guys, they do good work too, but we are a smaller, more customer-driven company.
You know what I love about smaller, more driven companies is that they're more personable, right? And they're going to get to know you and find out what your needs are and talk to you and work with you different. When someone comes and talks to you, you're the director of sales. Obviously, you know, they're going to come to you and you're going to talk to them. What's the steps that how do you go about, you know, working with them?
Well, if it's a new customer, the first thing I do is just have a conversation with them on the phone, get an idea of what it is they're looking for, how they found us, you know, talk a little bit about the company. They've already talked to some of our personnel, because when you call our office, the first thing you get is, thank you for calling Accel Communications, this is Chris, or this is Mel, or sometimes even Evan or I will answer the phone. And we have that conversation for a while, and then I get a good idea what they're looking for. And that's when I start my visit to see them on their site and actually do a full consultation. You know, we go in, I walk the site with them, I talk about what they're looking for in the security system, and we design it custom to them.
So it's basically customized to meet their needs.
Every system.
Every system. Now, you've got some new stuff going on, and we're going to talk a little bit about it because you're excited about it, some platforms that you're doing. You're doing your website, which is Accel, ACCELAZ.com, and if you want to, you could go ahead and put in /networking errors AZ, so networking AZ. You put that in there, and there's a little special for everybody that's listening to the show. So it's Accel, ACCELAZ.com /networking AZ. Go ahead and put that in there. They are accredited with the Better Business Bureau. You can also follow them on Twitter at AccelAZ. All of the social platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, also everywhere else. It's ACCELAZ.com. Check them out either on their website. Go ahead and put in slash or / networking AZ. You're going to get a little special from listening to the show. Their number to call direct at 623-323-5640. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about the interaction and how it works with your clients, because I think more than anything, when you come into someone's business, it's almost like, you're not invading on their privacy, but you are.
Right. Well, let me kind of add a little something. How we're different than a lot of the other companies is because our interaction with our customers. See, when somebody has a problem in this line in our type of business, our little world we live in, it's security related. So, hey, I fired a guy. It's Friday. I need his alarm code taken out, or I need his access card deleted. It's not like hey, this has to happen now. So that's why when you call my office, you're going to get that to happen today. Where a lot of other companies, you'll go through their switchboard and, you know how that is.
Oh gosh, on a Friday? Listen, let me say this. If you're firing someone on a Friday, give Accel a call.
Yes.
Because my
Right.
dad used to say, I don't like to fire people on Fridays, but honestly, sometimes you have to.
Right, so that's kind of where we stand out at Accel. We kind of just, like I said, we are just more of a person. We have that personal touch now, that what do they call it, the Midas touch,
The Midas touch.
Yeah, so we're not, like I said, we're not this big, huge company, but we are a very service-oriented company. Because once you bought something, it's not about, did I buy the cheapest thing? It's a service after the sale. It's like, how are you going to take care of me? And we've picked up a lot of customers along the way that says, hey, I have no problem with the company that installed it, but when it broke, I can't find them.
That's a big thing.
That's huge.
Yeah. When people work with you right now, we have said this before, sometimes just people wait till after the fact, after something has happened, and that is not a good idea.
No, it's the old seatbelt effect. You put this, why do people wear a seatbelt, Carol?
Well, to keep himself safe.
Okay, but I haven't been in a wreck in 30 years.
Right.
Why would I bother putting one on? But it's just in case. It's the same thing with security.
But right now we're we also live in a really different world. When that little law came around, it was different. But now we live in a different world. I was talking to somebody about younger people are very sophisticated. And they'll do things, certain people will do things no matter how they can. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, it's it's definitely a different world we live in.
Right.
Everybody knows about technology. Everybody knows how to use it, and that's where people want to be. They want to be. We're on their phone.
With your technology that you have, number one thing that you think before we go to a break, two things that they should have for sure. Go ahead.
Definitely access to any of their security services, access to their phone, whether it's their security alarm or their access control or their video. Because right now, a lot of municipalities are still dispatching on security alarms, but that's going to change. Within the next 5 years, I guarantee that's going to change in Phoenix.
I also think that people, when they hear all of this, they think it's for bigger companies or something. No, especially now. I think we're going to be changing all of the small. I think everyone is eventually going to have to be, made to have, like you said, doors that open up by themselves. You have to have a card, a card to get in, and doing it by your phone. Everybody's loving that, right?
Absolutely.
So before we go to a break, what do you want to say before we go to a break? Go ahead.
I think one just needs to continue to stay safe and talk to me about different ways we can keep you and your employees safe as well.
Right, and don't think that this is just for your big companies. They do both residential and commercial. It doesn't matter what size you are, guys. Right now, it's all about that security and having peace of mind, not only with your own self. We were talking kind of about peace of mind earlier with life insurance and stuff like this. This is just as good as insurance as you can get with your buildings, right?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
It's important, guys. Now let me go ahead and give out their new information. They're really excited. You can call them direct. Their number is 623-323-5640. You can follow them on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn at Accel Communications. They're accredited with the Better Business Bureau. Also, their website is Accel, ACCELAZ.com. And if you go to ACCELAZ.com/networking-AZ, put that right in there, you're going to get a special from listening to the show. Hang tight, we'll be back in just a minute.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, where's my little camera? Where'd it go? Oh, it's there. I got a camera.
I only used it on the first one, because I wanted to compare.
Okay, well, let me show them my camera. Look at my camera.
What is that?
I
Yeah,
smell-
webcam?
It's a, what
It's
is
a
it?
GoPro.
Yeah.
GoPro.
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to buy a GoPro. I haven't bought one.
There it goes like that.
Very good.
No,
It's so
I mean,
small.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna even find it.
Carol.
But that's like, you know,
Technology's changing,
oh, I think
Carol.
I touched it. I know, but
You gotta change
know what,
with
though?
the times.
they need to make those like this big
No,
for us
no.
older folks, you
Nobody
know?
wants it that big anymore.
Nobody wants, but then you have to, how do you touch it? How do you even, you know? so make-
You do it on your phone.
Same.
There you go. You do even that, the
Everything's
camera's
from the phone
done
now.
right through the phone.
I heard a stat yesterday, 76% of all people, when they wake up in the morning, grab their phone.
Oh my God, mine's in my bed.
Sure.
76%, that's 76% of people grab their phone. So, you're addicted. You're addicted.
Mine is my alarm clock.
You're
Mine is
If I
too.
need to get up
So
early.
you're
Mine is
addicted.
too, mine is
Like
too.
you didn't know.
Yeah,
I have
I
it
know
there.
he's addicted.
I have it there because my girls, if they go out, one of my daughters, if she goes out, I just need to know that if she needs me, I'm right there.
How did you ever raise kids without a phone?
I don't know.
It's called, is mother's tuition gone? Did it move to, is it an app now, Carol?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. It's called Life
And I'm the
360.
So
voiceover for
that's,
it.
that's what I'm saying, that's the technology, that's the
Don't
world
drink
we
and
live in.
drive, don't drink and
Yeah.
drive.
No, don't drink and drive and get caught.
Right.
Just kidding.
My-
Just
my-
kidding.
My, that's what my ex always says. I always say, drink lots of water. And they don't even drink that much. But I'm just so afraid because I've had a lot of criminal defense attorneys on the show. And when they talk, I've gotten throughout the years, and tomorrow's my 13-year anniversary
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yeah. Throughout the years, I've heard them talk, and it's gotten me scared to death. I'm the one that's more
Yeah.
frightened than anyone,
Yeah,
but my
but-
ex will say, just be careful.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's, everybody, you know, like, our business has moved to the phone, and your GoPro's on the phone, your alarms are on your phone.
I'm not gonna have to come in and do the show anymore, I'm gonna have to do it over the phone.
You can do it over Zoom.
You
A
can
lot of
zoom
people are
it
doing
with-
it through Zoom.
But just different, to me, what I say, the problem about that, to me, when you come in here, it's way different. Because first of
Oh,
all,
yeah.
you have that interaction with
Yeah.
me, it's all the ambiance of it too, there's way more, here, we're offering way more than anyone can do on Zoom. There's no way, that all the stuff that I've added now, and we'll probably find something else to add,
Use technology to your advantage, that's what we're into, you know?
but we're gonna talk about that right
Okay.
now.
You wanna take this on this one?
So
Yeah.
welcome back. And we are talking with Evan Gavrilis, and also he has with him Jim Sheely. And we've been talking a little bit at the break. How many people, you say, are using their phones today? How many? What's the percentage that
Well,
have their bed with them? Their
They all
phones
have
with
their
them.
bed with
I
them.
was,
Mine's in my bed too.
I was watching a video this morning while I was on the treadmill at 5:30, and they said the statistic is that 76% of all people who wake up, open their eyeballs, is the first thing they reach for is their phone.
I'm a culprit. I am.
76% of people who wake up go, "Whew."
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
First thing I said was I got to see my daughter if she's safe. And you said to me what?
Mother's intuition is gone.
Yeah.
It's an app now.
It's an app now. It's amazing. Security. Everything that you do is done through the phone. And
Yeah.
what did that do to your business?
It's grown our business tremendously. It's made us a better company, and it's made our customers, they like that.
So
Like,
what do you use? Everything through the phone, basically. What can you do that you couldn't do before? Go ahead.
Oh, you can manage your alarm system. You can arm and disarm your alarms. When you get the access control, you can use it to unlock doors. You can use it to remove
Alarm codes.
You know, alarm codes or people from the access side. You can use it to view video. Pretty much anything you need to do with an alarm system or a security system, you can do through your phone now.
And the kind of different products that you have.
Right.
Let's talk about your products that you have that you work with.
But our specific line of security system is called DMP, and it's got the keypad and it's got the devices all throughout. You got motion sensors and glass break detectors, and you got door contacts, but you've also moved into where things are going away from telephone lines to where they're using cellular communications. The thing you got to be careful with going forward is, like everything else in the world, technology is changing. So when cellular technology first came out, it worked great, but cell towers have changed. You know, you're no longer able to use 2G, 3G, and you got to make sure that you're keeping up with that with your alarm systems. And that's where we come into play. You know.
So when you work with somebody, you're going to talk to them about everything that's new, because when you say 2.3, G3, whatever, I don't even know what that is.
Well,
What is
it's
that?
like you had a flip phone, remember, at one
Right.
time?
Right.
So that's old technology. Yeah, I got a smartphone, 2G, 3G, 4G.
Right.
Now we're 5G, LTE.
Right.
So the technology, the towers are getting better, the speeds are getting better. All these cellular carriers, and with security, we run on those platforms. So so no longer do we hook an alarm up to a phone line. We hook it up to the network, or we hook it up to the cell. Okay, and that's how cameras are also. Cameras can also be communicated that way. But you know, things like Jim said, you know, we at Accel, we do that. What we do is we do that in a way where it makes it easier for everybody. So if you have a problem, you can get on your phone and like we have a lot of people who live out of state. And they want to know when the cleaners are going in.
Absolutely. A
wanna know.
lot of people live out of state that own buildings here.
Yeah. So
And it's not just buildings. You say you do both residential and commercial.
Yeah, we do. You know, we're primarily a commercial company,
Right.
but we do residential. I mean, that's what's kind of the internet's for, the residential side. But we do a lot of that. We have some terrific residential customers, so
Okay.
we're excited about that. But you know, as far as there's so much changing right now, because you got to remember, and this all flows into the police and dispatching and calling and alarms. There's a lot of this stuff going on that we have to start thinking about. Where are we going to be in 5 years? Will the police department go on an alarm call in 5 years? They don't in LA.
They don't?
No, LA.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're tired of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's minuscule for them.
well, LA's got. Well, I don't want to go into that. They got a lot more problems than that.
They
But
do.
anyway,
Well, and I'm from LA, so you can say.
Oh, are you
anything want.
really?
I am. I'm from LA. I'm
you're not a
originally-
Dodgers fan, are you?
I don't even want to talk right now. I'm on air. I'm not allowed to talk about anything like that because it's political, practically.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Okay.
No, but okay. I want to talk about too with your businesses, okay? And you come in and you do a complimentary kind of a consultation with them, an estimate, right?
Yes.
Can someone start on the bottom? You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
because I
absolutely.
think a lot of people also are going to say, oh, they're going to come in and they're going to kind of sell me everything. No.
That's not my goal at all. When I come in, I want to get you what you need. And I make it very clear to everyone I talk to that we can start small and we can build from there. Get used to the system. See where we can modify it later on. You don't need to eat the whole elephant in one bite. You know, let's attack it in different sections. What is your biggest critical areas here? Okay, we fixed that. What's your next level that needs to be corrected? My goal is not to come in, sell you something, leave, and never talk to you again.
Right.
I want to still be talking to you 20, 30 years from now.
You're long term with your clients. And
Absolutely.
I think that a lot of things that are happening right now with all these new businesses, they're opening up again, right? And there's going to be some requirements, I have a feeling, because life has changed. We're no longer what we were pre-COVID,
Very true.
right?
Yeah, it's a lot more people to keep their doors locked. A lot more people because they don't want people in. Even if you're in an office complex and the UPS guy is coming in, and that's about it. You don't want people wandering in if you're not open to the public. If you're in an office, and we want to keep your doors locked and stuff like that. But our UPS guy, he comes in through the back door. He doesn't have any interaction with us, but he has his own alarm code. He can only get in the back door.
Right.
So a lot of things have changed. A lot of people are rethinking this, and that's what Jim and his sales team's here for, is to You know, at Accel right now, we are just geared towards helping you for whatever you need. Like I said, small, medium, or large, we can do it all. But we want to make sure that that we listen. That's the biggest thing, is listening. You know, where you at? You know, we can say, hey, I'm not going to sell you a camera, Carol, in your parking lot if your lights don't work. I'm going to say, save the money, go fix your lights.
Right.
You know?
I think that's what you've said before too. What you're going to go and you're going to look at everything that they have, tell them what they need, right? In terms of like what they might need to do before they get someone, like you said, a camera. You go put a camera and there's no lights. Who's going to see anything?
Exactly, and you know, this is what we do every day. I live in this world every day. It's like you do a terrific job here, but I'm not going to walk in here and tell you how to do stuff.
Right.
And sometimes that's a barrier Jim has to jump around. Is people go in and say, hey, I want a camera here, here, and here, and here, and here, and I'm like, why? You know, and they go, well, you know, you know, they don't understand, and they start thinking they're a security expert. And granted, they might have basic concept of what they want to do, but that's what Jim and we live and breathe this stuff
Right.
every
I
6
think
days a week.
people also, especially when something has happened to them, they get frightened. And
Yeah.
all they want to do is make sure that they can catch the guy the next time that might happen to them, or make sure that they're obviously, you know, secure.
Oh,
right?
I can't tell you how many times people said, "Oh, I need to have a ton of cameras looking at my parking lot." Why? Well, you know, we have people parking out there, someone might steal their car. Don't they have insurance? It's not your job to protect their car. It's your job to protect your facility and your people.
Mm-hmm. And so when people have, it doesn't matter what size of their facility is, okay? And when you come in and you work with them, you might find that they need something completely different than what they probably started off with thinking, right?
Oh, it happens all the time.
All the time. In terms of everything, in terms of what you want to get out to about you and how you work and your ethics and how to work with people, let's talk about that again and leave them with that.
Well, first of all, I want to go back to our staff at Accel. We are just, you know, our staff has been in place for a long time. I've been in business for 30 years. I've been doing this my whole life. This is all I know how to do. You know, I didn't wake up one day and go, I'm going to be a security guy. No, I'm just happen to be good at it. So it's like anything else. You know, you're good at networking, right? What you do is terrific. I mean, that's what we do. We do this every day. We are, you know, we read the trade magazines, we look at the trends and all that stuff, and we try to see what's coming down the pike.
Well, let's ask that, because a lot of people like to know what's coming down the pike that's different.
Well, obviously they have the COVID stuff with the thermal cameras. In our opinion, they haven't been perfected because COVID hit. The manufacturers try to make this product, and it's not quite there. It's getting better every day.
Yeah. I also love the idea of having having not to touch any hands on any doors. I think that having the doors open up automatically, you know, I think that for me is going to be good. I like the idea also of having an enclosure. You walk in and then have to get in.
Yeah.
The key card. I think that's awesome. I wish they had it everywhere. You know that?
So do I.
Everywhere. I bet you do.
Absolutely.
You can check them out on their website. It's Accel, ACCELAZ.com. They're rated with the Better Business Bureau. You can follow them on Twitter at AccelAZ, Facebook, LinkedIn as well at Accel Communications. They're real excited about their website because they've also put in a special for everybody that's listening. It's ACCELAZ.com/networking-AZ. You'll get a little special for just listening in on that, and go put yourself in there on that website. Check them out and also give them a call. They do free consultations. They are valley-wide. Their phone number is 623-323-5640. What are your final words for today?
My final words is I would like to thank all our customers, our long-term customers, and anybody who's under our umbrella we're taking care of. That does not go unnoticed in our office.
Again, that number to call them direct, it's 623-323-5640. Check them out on their website. It's Accel, ACCELAZ.com. They are rated with the Better Business Bureau. They do free consultations, and they're valley-wide. Again, 623-323-5640.